Yeah, I appreciate you. I absolutely love your channel and I love your podcast. And thank you for, the spotlight on us little people.
Oh my
Um,
God.
we got shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like we in this together, okay? But my name's Tracey, even though everybody calls me Foodie. And I guess that's because it's the first part of, you
Hmm.
know, but like as you mentioned, I'm the founder of Foodies Who Love to Read. It is my love letter to two of my favorite things. I
Hmm.
absolutely love to cook. In another life, I would have been a chef. But what I love more than that is to be able to read. And the two just come together so beautifully. As you mentioned, I think that they are each other's balance. You know what I mean? Yin and yang. And so I wanted to create something that was cozy and soulful and that felt good. And that's how Foodies Who Love to Read came to be. Me playing around and experimenting with the inspirations that came to me while I would be reading, whether it was something that the character was making or whether it was something that it put me in the mood for while I was reading.
Yeah.
And boom, baby, that's what we got here.
Well, let's start with that.
Okay.
How did your love for reading and your passion for cooking with spices merge into a full fledged business? What sparked that particular fire?
Okay. Well, I am a firm believer in if you can turn a passion into something profitable, you should do it. That's
Mm.
number one. I'm always going to be of that mindset. I don't care if it's doing laundry. If you fold
Hmm.
laundry better than somebody else, girl, get out there and offer to do it for somebody for a check. You know,
Hmm.
making something. And also, I'm of the mindset that if you love doing it, it doesn't feel like work. It's kind of like authors who we be on them, stalking them about that sequel and part two carrying on. And even though it might be a lot of work, they still love it. They still love to get it out. And so that's the way that I operate, like mentally. But it turned into a business for me when one day I was making a blend. And it was something as simple as I was making something for my husband. I have this called a book with a date thing that I like to do. It's really inexpensive. I highly recommend doing it. I'll tell you about it. But you do this book with a date at home for your person.
Hmm.
And I was putting this blend together. And he was like, I would pay for this. I was like, how much? and not and not in skins either. Because don't be trying to pay me in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, how much coin you willing to give up for this? You know what I'm saying? And so he was like, seriously, you should bottle this up. And I was like, for real? And he was like, you should bottle this up. He was like, I think this is delicious. And the first one that I made was Villain Origin Story. I was making some wings and I love spice, but I love zest. And I started playing around. And Villain Origin Story, which is my Cajun lemon pepper seasoning, came to life. And the
Hmm.
rest is history. I just been finding inspiration in these books that they be writing, child.
Yes,
Just
Lord.
be in that kitchen.
So, when you pair the spices or oils with a book or a reading experience, what kind of statement do you think you're making? What message is being stirred up in that connection between storytelling and seasoning?
I love that question. I think that the statement or the message that I hope to get out there is that the two in my world are one and the same.
Hmm.
Creating a vibe and making a moment for yourself with something delicious and wonderful in the form of a book, whether it
Hmm.
is thriller, action, historical fiction, romance, all of the things, fantasy. Um, you can literally do that with food. I can make something that is savory, romantic, that feels like a fantasy, that is whimsical, and it creates the perfect vibe in the perfect moment. So I think that that's how kind of like they exist. I hope that answered the question. I didn't want to
Yeah.
plot.
So you're a black woman in two powerful but underrepresented spaces: black
Yes.
entrepreneurship
Yes.
and black literature, because you know the big wheelhouse itself. But what do you feel your role is in shifting those landscapes?
Oh, girl. Oh, I'm so good at this. That's why I be liking your interviews. Um, oh, girl. The questions be questioning. Okay, I'm gonna steal that question. Okay. Um, I think that my job in this space is to one be a cheerleader for the next woman who is an entrepreneur. She looked
Mhm.
like me. She's a,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? One, to be her biggest cheerleader and find someone to bring on the ride with me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your name reaches a room before your feet do, and my job is to ensure that if I can and I believe in another brand, I can keep her name in that room with me and take her with me, because we have to be each other's biggest voices. We have to be each other's first and biggest customers.
Right.
Especially in this Black entrepreneur space. Not just, oh, I'm supporting it because you're like, no, 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 no. If she has a good quality product, she stands by her business, her customer service is on point, and it's something that you know that you can promote and be valuable. You know what I mean? And it's a valuable brand. One, I think that it's my responsibility, and I hold myself to that, making sure that I'm not in that room by myself, making sure that there's somebody else in there that's coming with me. And then it's her responsibility to do the same thing. I'm not saying you got to take everybody with you, but you can
Yeah.
absolutely at least take one, and she can do one, and she can do one. So we have to be each other's cheerleader. I'm always going to be a cheerleader for those that are a representation of me and look like me too. I'm going to make sure that I take someone with me to share that space and give a leg up an opportunity to. And I think last but not least, it is imperative that I show up as the best version of myself and my people.
Mm.
And of course, you can't do it all for everybody all the time, but I absolutely can in those rooms that are full of people that don't look like me, the decision makers, these big conglomerate, huge companies
Mm.
that do things that we will never understand, and support some of these people that we will never understand. But I will make sure that I show up in a way where they're like, we should have been doing this. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Honey, baby, you gonna regret not walking in into a relationship with me first.
That part. That part. So, were you a book lover who stumbled into a business, or a business mind who fell in love with books? Which came first in your journey?
Oh, girl, we go together. I'm just telling you right now. If you wanted to be with me, you could have told me that before I got in this interview. Don't be listen, girl. I feel like you about to propose. Is that the last question? You gonna be like, do I want to be with you? Because the answer is yes. Um, but I think that I was a book lover
Mm-hmm.
who stumbled into a business with Foodies Who Love to Read. I naturally have an entrepreneur spirit and mindset. I
Mm-hmm.
have a can do, will do attitude. If I can turn it into a hustle, then I will.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
But I think that Foodies Who Love to Read is my purpose work. It is something
Mm-hmm.
that I am so passionate about, and I feel so strongly about, and I believe in it with every fiber of my being. And it's something that I know this sounds crazy, but when I tell you I enjoy it, I enjoy Foodies Who Love to Read. Like, it doesn't feel like work. It just like when I'm doing events or in spaces with women share my brand, it feel like I'm talking to cousins and family. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly this business led us to what we are becoming. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Like,
True.
clearly it's how you and I are falling in love with one another.
What?
So,
Whoa.
and you just shake,
I'm
and you
sitting there
just
like,
shaking
yeah.
your head.
What?
Yes,
What? What you
yeah, girl, absolutely, yes, you and me, girl. You know, no, absolutely.
say?
It
Yeah.
doesn't feel like a thing. Like, it really does feel so natural, and it feels like it sells itself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It
Yeah.
really sells itself. Like, you're gonna cook. They're really good quality products. I put a lot of myself into them, like so much work, so much labor. When I say I make them from start to finish by hand,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lying. I dehydrate my own vegetables. I blend, bottle, chop, mix, do
Yeah.
all. So it's a true labor of love.
Oh, I like that. Your spice blends are so imaginative. What kind of thought goes into creating one? How do you even begin to craft a spice that fits a book or a character?
Ooh, ooh. It starts with I don't know. It's weird how to explain this. This is gonna sound crazy, but sometimes I can like taste the feeling. Like, it's
Mm.
like Kimberly Brown. I know she's so tired of me saying her name, but I love her and I don't care, Kimberly. I don't care. Okay? Girl, I didn't told you. Okay? Her books were the inspiration for my savory Italian herb blend. Like,
Mm.
her books are so layerable, but they're smooth reads, but they leave you and have you on the edge of your seat. And that's how that came to be about. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like Italian blends are boring. Sometimes they can be dry.
Yeah.
You tend to have those in the back of your cabinet for years, and then you end up throwing them away. But not mine. And they were inspired by how full and robust her characters were. And I literally
Mhm.
could smell though that blend as, like, when I'm reading her books. When I think about her blends, when I think about her books, I think about something that is wholesome. It has a little bit of kick. It has a punch.
Mhm.
It's robust. It's sexy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that. I like
Yeah.
that. So when you're matching a flavor to the book, is it more? This is more like a follow up question. Is it more about the plot, the characters, the author's vibe, or all of it? How do you make that decision?
I think it's like all of them. Like,
Mm.
sometimes the perfect book boyfriend inspires something like spicy, and or the
Mm.
perfect naughty character that I was rooting for, and they might have let me down. Like Ocean, you know,
No, not Ocean.
Ocean was the right kind. Ocean had me questioning myself. I mean, had me starting arguments with my husband because he ain't never put no cameras up nowhere. You know what
Oh
I'm saying? I had to follow me
God.
or like stalk me. You know what I'm saying? He's never done it. That argument is always going to be here. He's never done it in 19 years. So that is how like villain origin story would have come to be. You know, the
Mhm.
perfect villain. It's spicy yet refreshing at the same time. The
Mhm.
book feels like that. Um, my urban novella is a vanilla sugar story, was
Mhm.
inspired by how I feel overall about urban fiction. Like, I
Mhm.
love urban fiction and I'm new to it. I'm
Mhm.
traditionally and typically a historical fiction girly.
Mhm.
um, and that's how that whole genre makes me feel. It
Mhm.
feels like something that I would wear on my neck. It feels like a good cup of coffee or something that I would sit while I am, I know, girl, while I am doing, well, I'm doing something. And that's how I feel about urban fiction.
Mhm.
Fantasy, that's something I'm fairly new to in the last few years. That's
My
how,
favorite genre.
really?
Yes.
Oh, I had to send you my fiction addiction, which is my lemon blueberry sugar. It's like my bestseller. I know, it's so good. It is
Did you say
delicious.
lemon blueberry sugar? Ooh.
Yes, inspired by my love for my new love in the past like 3 4 years for fiction, a fantasy fiction.
Mm.
And it just, that's how, like, it just comes to me. Like, I'm working on a, as this in the comments, my a brown sugar and peach sugar. And I know peach brown I know.
Girl.
I know. And that's inspired by the Kindle girlies that I'm obsessed with on my timeline. All the reasons why my, my recommendation list won't end, you know. But it just feels good. Like, you get this warmth that comes with falling in love with the character, and you want to create a vibe. Sometimes I'll be reading a book and I'll want a charcuterie board. And
Mm.
it just kind of finds me.
Yeah. You also create oils. What's
I
the process like maintaining bold layer flavors in oils while still keeping it versatile? How do you keep that pop alive in each bottle?
The olive oils are my baby, that I'm actually really nervous about.
Mm.
Um, because you just never know. I
Hmm.
love a good flavored anything, and the olive oil, I have a spicy one that is always sold out, and then I have a herb blend one that is that I think are slept on, in my opinion. Like, people are like so hesitant
I
sometimes.
love a good herb oil. Shit, the way I be cooking, I love a good herb, especially with my pastas.
Listen, listen, with my savory Italian herb blend, and my book boyfriends do it better because that's my all purpose one.
Mm.
I'm telling you right now, they go hand in hand. I don't care if it's out the jar or you're
I'm
making
missing
it from
out.
scratch. Chef's kiss.
Y'all
Chef's
missing
kiss.
out because a good pasta or a good salad.
Girl, you talking my language.
Girl, y'all missing out. Y'all need y'all like the video I made before. Y'all need to
Mm.
expand your palettes.
Yes. Yeah, girl.
Expand your palettes.
Try
So
something different.
that part. How exactly does a story inspire a spice or oil? Can you walk us through a specific example? Now, I Kimberly Brown, a specific example where a book led directly to a recipe or blend.
Yes, I absolutely can do that. The my newest one is spicy love trope. It is a ranch taco seasoning. It's so good. I know. It is so good. It is so
My back is never gonna get unbig.
not never. Okay.
Not never. Not in the book community. Not never.
I that one came about when I had just finished reading. Hold on, let me pull up the name of it because I absolutely always go to, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna go to black authors first. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I land. I was reading what's her name? She's really popular. She's all over.
Much
Um
Quail.
no. She's a white author.
Uh,
She does suspense. McFrida.
Freedom McFarlane.
Yes, her. Lord help me. So I
Yeah.
was reading some of her books, and no shade to her and anybody who loves her. I just kind of like I wasn't feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. And I thought that they needed a little bit more like zest. They needed something a little bit more kick. They were
Yeah,
almost
I read her first book. It was
it was predictable. Like I kind of knew
yeah.
I was about 8 chapters in, and I kind of saw where it was going. And I kind of knew the
It
ending a
wasn't
little
for me,
bit.
and I like that type of genre too.
Me
So
too. Me too. I love a good suspense and thriller. You know what I
it
mean?
wasn't.
And I ended up closing the book and I picked up Brandon Macy. Um,
My baby daddy.
baby, and literally, I was like, oh, and see, that's why I always start with us. You understand me? Because I'm home. And that's how I
Woo!
came to create. I was reading what is it called?
The
Uh,
landlord.
no, the other one. It's about the woman who shows up on the
The fuck.
she shows up and it's the I think like the daughter or
Hold on, let me go to my Kindle
because
because
you know
I
what the book I'm talking about. Hold on.
right. It's
I know I can see the cover in my head. Hold on.
uh no it's fuck. What was it? What was it?
It is called.
No, it wasn't Nana. Fuck.
It was
It's
was it Nana?
Nana.
I
It
think
was
it was
Nana.
Nana. It was Nana.
Okay.
Nana is what inspired, and that was the first book that I read by him. After reading that, you know, McFadden book, and it
Okay.
led me to him because they kind of pop up in the same like on Goodreads and stuff or in
Mhm.
Amazon search and that kind of thing, a Google search. He kind of pops up about like 8 authors down, which is ridiculous. And reading that daggone book led me straight to the kitchen to create spicy love trope, which is a ranch taco seasoning because
Oh
the
my
book
god.
was just it had the right amount of kick. I had to pause that book twice.
He writes so good. Like, have you
Yes.
read Bad Influence?
No. Should I read that one next?
Oh my god, it's a psychological thriller.
Oh, I love that though. I love that.
I just love it. Man.
He literally is the he's going to be at an event that that's happening in
In
Detroit.
Detroit, and I will be there.
I
I'm
will be there.
podcasting. Yes. You think I'm gonna get over there with my mic? Hi, sir.
Hello. Hello. Hey friend. Absolutely. Yes. I cannot wait to be there. And that one I'm going to be doing small plates. I'm going to do like some live cooking demonstrations and I'm going to have a
Oh,
seasoning bar. So it's going to be really fun. I'm
oh,
building
my
out some.
husband's gonna be so mad because I'm gonna be having him film all this shit.
Oh,
I'm gonna be like live from the
get
ice.
your plate while you do it.
So, in the Black community, cooking is a deep love language, something passed down, seasoned with soul and memory. When you're crafting a blend,
Mhm.
what does your own soul say? What are you channeling?
Ooh. Um, I am channeling one, of course, my love for literature,
Mm-hmm.
but I love that wholesome feeling that comes with serving
Mm.
someone a good meal. And I definitely am one of those people who believe in servitude and not the ways that people want to talk about, oh, man, but no, like just genuinely
It's
loving
acts of
people.
service.
You
That's
know
your
what I
love
mean?
language.
Like genuinely loving people enough to want to give them something that fills them up from the inside out. Because that's what good food does. Good
Mm-hmm.
food feels like a hug. It feels like reward. It feels like love. And when I am cooking something or creating something, there's no greater feeling than watching the people that I absolutely adore
Mm.
fall in love with a meal or fall
Yeah.
in love with or that wonderful feeling that I get after I've created something and the blend is so good and so potent, that
Yeah.
even when they smell the aroma, like they can take in
Girl,
and
I'm
be
smelling
like,
it now. I can't wait to eat these hell. I can't wait for these spices and eat the food in Detroit. I'm shit.
it's a good time. I'm telling you, but it is a good
Good
time.
Lord. I'm over here like Big Back R Us. Like shit.
Hmm. And I'm bringing two specialty blends with me. Every time I do an event, I try to do something different and fun. And the ones that I took with me to Atlanta were um, a saffron adobo seasoning,
Oh,
what I call smut and smoke. And then the other one is a fairy tale dust, which is my version of chicken bouillon. I can't have all the sodium, and neither can my husband. So I wanted my version of a chicken bouillon, but it is literally different vegetables that I've dried and blended up with some really nice like herbs and a little pinch of salt as opposed to like 300-400 milligrams of sodium that is
yeah.
in traditional bouillon. And that one is
Yeah.
called fairy tale dust because again, I'm newly obsessed with fantasy fiction.
I love that. So,
Yeah.
okay, so you just mentioned going to Atlanta. You recently returned from the Black Romance Book Festival. How did that experience move you mentally, creatively, and in your business spirit? What did it feed into you?
Oh my goodness. When I tell you don't nobody support you like black women, I
Mm,
don't care what nobody say. My biggest and first customer has always been black women. Not even
mm,
that, just just their smile, their essence, the
mm,
just taking them in, them engaging with me. They didn't have to give me their time as they walked past
mm,
my table. They didn't have to support me. They didn't have to make a purchase. They didn't have to take a picture with me.
mm,
And I'll never tire of or take for granted someone saying, "Oh, I follow you. I love your content. Let's take a picture." Even if you didn't make a purchase, I am just full of so much gratitude.
mm,
The open arms that received me and that I was able to that energy that I was able to take in. I appreciate it. I came home with so much feeling so inspired.
mm.
I was speaking with one of the women at because I'm officially we're cousins now. At one of the women
So
at
you done we engaged and they cousins.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like we're just building out our list. You know what I'm saying for like our reception. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get the details to you. I'm gonna let you know the venue and everything. We're gonna stream it. We're gonna stream it on your
Lord
cast on your
Jesus.
podcast. It's not my fault that we're locked in. You understand me? I seen how you've been blinking at me, Storm. I've seen it. You done blinked at me twice real slow.
What?
It's not my fault.
This,
Shut
you know how you
up.
could tell an urban fiction reader when they're in delusion? When
Exactly.
they're in
Crazy.
delusion. When they're in
Crazy.
delusion and crazy as hell. What the
Can
hell?
your husband fight is the question. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
I don't know if you want Big Thunder to get involved in it.
Look. I said what I said. I read enough books. I said what I said. Okay? Detroit, he gonna have to see me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
But after the BRBF, I felt so empowered. Like there
Hmm.
is one of my goals, I'll just let y'all know, like one of my goals for foodies who love to read, like one of my dreams was to I want my own show. I want a
Ooh.
show where I'm cooking for people and we're talking about books like in person. And so I'm at the event and the woman asked me, she like just flat out, what's your what's your goal with Foodies Who Love to Read? So I say, I've actually only told a few people this, but I really I want to show, like, I want Foodies Who Love to Read, but I want it to be, I want to feature indie authors. I want them to come on the show and cook with me. I
Mm-hmm.
want to, uh, I want to explore like different artists in like the Black book community. I want us to cook and I want us to talk about books and I want to do that with other women. And so she was like, well, why aren't you doing it? I was like, what you mean? I was like,
Question.
well, I got to do this. And I want to get a little bigger and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, for what?
Facts.
Already do the thing. And
Facts.
when I tell you that thing would poured into me and it just lit something inside of me. That's what BRBF was for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hey,
Hey,
that
Nat.
thing lit something inside of me and I still feel this amazing amount of gratitude for that event. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. It really did feel like a sleepover with my cousins and now I miss them and I'm sad.
I love that. I love that because people look down on the Black community when it comes to us coming together. They always want to think that we're rah, 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 and not understand there is community. And it's been in our lineage, you know what I'm saying? Community
Yes.
rules over us, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even when you are mad, it still rules over us because you get around certain people. You could be angry 5 seconds before,
Yeah.
but you get around certain people, your whole spirit is lifted.
Yes, that's how deeply rooted and connected we are. And that's the magic of one, not just Black people, especially Black women,
Mm-hmm.
but the Black book community. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will tell anybody, there is something unique and special about what we've created and what we've cultivated. And it is so amazing. Like it's such a unique space. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I feel like I'm so thankful to be a part of it. Every small author that I've found and fallen in love with, every book content girly who I'd be like, oh, this is so cool. Why her page so fly? Or you, for example, what you do, giving small businesses and bookish. I'm not an author, you know what I mean? So giving a small bookish business a
Mm-hmm.
chance or platform, an opportunity to speak to people, that's literally what it is. And that's what BRBF was for me.
We need more like that. We
Hmm.
need to have the big ones. We need to have the small ones. We need to
Yeah.
have the medium ones. We need them all in between because um, I'm not down to any white book festival. Don't think I'm not. I'm
You
just
said what I
saying.
said.
I'm just saying that for so long, that's all it was.
Yes, yes.
For so long, our authors were put in corners in book festivals, and everybody was looking at everybody else. You
If
know.
you even got the opportunity to be there, if you could
Yeah.
get a table in the room, could you afford it? You know
That.
what I'm saying? And then would you make your money back? Because it's unfortunate, but we read their books, but I can't say that they read ours. So
Well,
it's one of those things where that's why I'm always like, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want nobody to get mad at me.
well, I mean, they
Um,
do read arts, but there's a specific type that reads arts, and I'm not talking about the hot Cheeto girls neither. I ain't
no,
talking
no, no,
about
no,
them.
no.
It's regular women that read romance. They look at it
Yeah.
as just romance. They don't take it's black or white. They just read romance.
Hmm.
So those are the women that read black romance authors. But then you have the ones who just, oh, I can't see myself in it. Well, bitch, move around.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay because I got to fantasize about me being in there with Rebecca and Herbert, or Henry. No, because we got a Herbert. They got Henry's. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Right.
Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. You
and
know?
and it's just, to me, it's just we want to have our community, but we also want authors to be appreciated worldwide.
Yes, yes. And events like this give them a platform. It gives them the space to grow so that they can have the funding to be able to do bigger events and go to more places and be on bigger spaces. And it also gives them, there were 2,000 plus women there. So it gave them an
Hmm.
opportunity to get in front of that many women at one time. And that is a beautiful thing. They might not get that being 45 pages deep on Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
Because
But we're gonna do our best to make sure we promote them.
Amazon be Amazon.
It's
Um,
pissing me off.
so what has been the impact, personally and professionally, of transforming something you love like literature into a business that others can taste and enjoy?
Ooh. Okay, read that for me one more time because I want to get that answer right.
I said, what's been the impact personally and professionally
Okay.
of transforming something you love, like literature, into a business that others can taste and enjoy?
I think that it has. I know for me, it it of course has enhanced my creativity,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it does that for a lot of other people. I think that it has helped an entire group of people. Well, first off, if you love to eat and you love to read, you're already a foodie who loves to read. You're
Mm-hmm.
already in the community. You know what I mean? If you love to create things with your hands in the kitchen and you love to read, you're already a foodie who loves to read. So it has created a community for me that I like to think of where it just has brought the best of both worlds together. And I also think that it has created a new layer and added to the conversation amongst book lovers because the two can coexist. And I don't know that there's anything else like it. So that feels very rewarding
Mm-hmm.
to know that I've created something that feels unique and carved out this little space for myself in this massive book
Mm-hmm.
community. So that feels really, really cool. And it feels good to know that other people are now starting to have the same experience with my brand and they are able to take in my excitement and my joy and desire to bridge the two.
I need a triple duel. I need you, I need Natalie, and I need the Rita Baker. The Rita Baker. And I need y'all to do a book box together
When I tell you it's
where
in the
you get
works, I just
sweet,
found.
you get seasonings, and you get teas. I'm just saying.
Listen, and you get you some delicious cookies. I'm telling you right now, we are. I'm on that thing. I don't know. I'm on it. We gonna make that thing happen.
I just want to let everybody know after this, I'm gonna make a video. She sent me some red velvet cookies.
Girl, if I don't get no cookies, we gonna have a problem.
Red velvet cookies. And she makes cake jars now, y'all. Oh
See,
God.
this is why I be in that kitchen. Let me go ahead and send my sugar down there because I think she placed the order. So I'm gonna go ahead because I'm having a sale. So I'm gonna go ahead when I get that address. I'm gonna put my address in there, and I want my. It's Renee. Hi. Sorry, I love her.
Crazy.
I got to get mine. You hear me? I need what I
Girl.
need. Okay.
Girl. Because I
And we
need
working
that
on. We're
whole
gonna do a
book box
surprise.
right there. So do you have plans to expand, make a seasoning line, subscription boxes, pairing experiences, or cooking classes? What's on your vision board?
The okay, so my show, I mentioned that I want to do, and it's going to be in person. I've already hired a videographer for that, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to do it in my home. I like to decorate, so I have this space, and I'm going to do it in my home.
Mm.
That's number one, and then number two, I want to offer, like, I have foodie book cards, so I'd like to put together a foodie book card, not necessarily a cookbook, but I want to make it be book based. So
Mm.
every page is kind of like what I do now, which is it's a description of a book and then how it pairs with the meal. On that foodie book card comes with a cocktail or mocktail pairing. It also comes with a genre recommendation and also tells you like how to set the vibe. You know what I mean?
Let me find out because I want to jump on that because I do my book, cigar, and liquor.
Huh? Honey, I love them. I give them out at events. I send a new one out every week, every Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it this week because I've been swamped getting back from BRBF, but I typically send them out every Wednesday, and it's a really good time. So I'm gonna expand on that, and I want to put the ones that I have together in the form of like a book slash like collection.
Mm.
The other thing that I want to do is I love in person events. Not just vending, but I love like at BRBF, I had two classes where it was a seasoning vending class, but it was the story time. It was like spicy stories, spicy scenes, kind of
Mm.
where you had to write out your own story.
Mm.
You had to build out your own seasoning jar. You got your own seasoning jar, and you built that out in a group setting. And you told your story at the end, and it was so much fun. So I want to do more of those and
Mm.
some in person I want to do a Foodies Who Love to Read cooking class where
Mm.
we come together, but you bring your favorite book, we discuss them. I'm going to have some options for you, and you build it based off of what you fell in love with in that story and how, and the history behind the herb or the spice or the blend. You know, like I go into what saffron is and how decadent and rich it is and why it's so expensive and how that might be applicable to that unhinged billionaire that we absolutely love, or you know how certain rare herbs are almost considered whimsical and how that fits into fantasy fiction. And so, yeah, I just want to take off with that and expand a little bit more on my oils and stuff. And I've been doing them just on a smaller scale, to like get people to like believe in my vision. Is, you know, it's
Would you be interested, let's just say hypothetically, if someone had a book event and they rented out a kitchen
oh, come on, Frank,
and they made you a part of a day of that event,
come
and
on.
you got to have your own kitchen and do your own class at that
Girl,
book
come
event?
on. We gonna be there, and all she need is the date and time.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk.
And she already got all of the stuff. Every guest gonna get an apron. You understand me? They're gonna get a Foodie Love to Read. Baby, we're gonna make it nice, okay? We're gonna make it do what it do. We about to have fun.
We'll talk. We'll talk. First, I gotta talk to my business partner, but we'll talk.
I got you, babe. I got you.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like that might happen in your immediate future.
Come on. Come on. I need that. You hear me? I need that. Absolutely. That's why I knew that we was in love. You know what I'm saying? See, you've been trying to fight my love this whole time we've been on live. And I've been trying to, you know, just you've been trying to break us up and you don't even know that now we about to be
Yeah, I'm
spending
in
time
here.
together.
We in there. She said it's a yes. So we'll talk later.
Come on.
We'll talk later. We just got to figure out. Shannon, don't feed into this delusion.
We locked in. Thank you. She fighting what I'm trying to give her. You know what I'm saying? I already told you. It's a us thing, babe. I seen the way you've been blinking at me this whole time.
Okay.
You done
Okay.
double blinked me twice,
I
Storm.
cannot double blink. What?
You double
Why we in
blinked.
confusion?
You double blinked. Now you trying to renege? Are you trying to you withdrawing your love?
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Okay. Next question.
I would never do you like that. Just ask your question before I start crying.
Oh Jesus Lord. Now that you're here fully in this space, what's the message you're hoping people take from your work, especially Black readers, Black cooks, Black creators, and Black authors, and Black business owners?
I pray that what is received is do the thing. Do the thing. If you love something and you are able to share it with others, do the thing. I don't care what it is, how big or how small. When I first started Foodies Love to Read, I was so intimidated and so scared. I absolutely love hosting and cooking for people, and being able to do it at a professional level and do events and stuff has been one of the greatest joys of my life. And being able to grow that and have people love it, and having bookstores reaching out to me to come to their stores now has been the craziest feeling. If they take away nothing else from me, just to do it, to absolutely do it. I don't care what it is. Do the thing. Start the channel, read the review, contact the person, the company, do the thing. And also if it's something that you can bring somebody else on this journey with you, do it. Make sure that you have somebody else in that room so that you can keep the dollar within our community longer. So that you can, I know it's corny and, you know, each one reach one, that kind of thing, but it's so true. It's so true. If we do not, like you right now, you didn't have to say, Tracey, in the near future, if we have an event, would you be willing to do it? Mind you, I do it all the time on a smaller scale, but I'm 100% open to that. You didn't have to extend that courtesy to me. I know what I'm capable of and what I bring to the table. So I know how I'm going to show up and be the best version of myself. But even that, I'm going to make sure that, is there another business that offers something that maybe I can purchase something from them, so that they're blessed by something that is, you know, a partnership that's blessed to me. So I hope that is what people receive. And also, get spicy in that kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Make that thing for that person. You know, do that thing for that man. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, read them stories to each other. Okay? Baby, let me tell you something. You do
Go
that
ahead.
book date. My favorite book date. Get yourself a blanket. Get yourself some candles. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got that, get some flashlights, child. Get yourself, set the mood. Put the blanket out. Get about two or three or four of your favorite spiciest books. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Storm, don't
Mm-hmm.
try to look up and not blink at me. See how y'all in the comments see she trying not to blink? It's okay because I don't winked at her. So um after you done laid that out, put your candles out. You get two or three of your favorite books with the spiciest scenes, and you and that person read them scenes together. Baby, it's gonna be a good night, and get y'all some finger food because we're foodies who love to read. So food needs to be a part of the equation. You know.
Girl, me and my husband would be in a food coma because food will do it every time.
No, I got to get you some recipe cards so you can create.
Because anytime I cook for him, the next thing you know is curtain.
Oh,
It's curtains.
that's my husband too. Be laid out, just be calling hogs, snoring.
Yes. So, what
Absolutely.
has been one surprising moment in your journey that made you pause and say, wow, this is really happening?
Uh, Probably BRBF. I'm sorry I keep talking about it, but uh,
Continue.
there were I'm telling you, I will never get used to me like standing around or setting something up and somebody like staring at me and I'm like, hi. And they get excited because they're familiar with foodies who love to read.
Mm,
And that is such a humbling feeling. I'm not
yes.
like, of course, used to that. And then
Mhm.
also, uh, being able to somebody telling me that, oh girl, I tried that and my grandmother loved it, you know,
Mhm.
or oh, I made that for my person and they loved it, or I love that recipe that you did on this book and that was like so much fun. So that is probably the most surprising thing that's happened.
Mhm.
I feel so thankful when that happens because people really be doing that. And I'm like, girl, you talking about my little recipes? Me? Girl, not me.
So when you look back on this path, turning books and flavors into a flavorful brand,
Mhm.
what does this journey mean to you personally?
Uh, for me, growing my business means creating a legacy for
Mhm.
myself and for these people that I done gave birth to.
Mhm.
It is imperative that I give them something better than what I had. You know,
Mhm.
I grew up in extremely humble beginnings. Amen. That's another word for Poe. But
Hey.
in the book world, it sounds nice when you say humble beginnings. But just being able to hand them something that belongs to us and belongs to me, being able
Mhm.
to see it turn into something beautiful and know that it's something that I created is like so inspiring. And I feel like that's so powerful. Being able to
Mhm.
actually give them something that I know like it can't be snatched away from them because it's something that their mommy, I mean, they daddy too. They daddy built too. He ain't that boy, child. I gotta give that man his praise, you know. Being able to give them that and
Yeah,
knowing that I'm creating it for myself feels really, really good.
I like that. What advice do you have for other readers, food lovers, or aspiring Black women business owners who might want to combine their passions into something special?
Shoot your shot. Britt is in the comments right now, but I've been loving that woman since I joined Booktalk. People like you, people like that you look up, that we look up to online. Shoot your shot. Ask for the partnership. Ask to send the thing. Don't be afraid to just try. You either
Mhm.
going to get a yes or a no, and if they say no, that's okay. You just
Yeah.
move on to the next person. Believe in yourself, in your vision, and give yourself a moment to rest in that confirmation that it's okay and what's yours is yours. You are
Mhm.
literally, I know I can be passionate, you know, but know that what's yours is already done. You are
Mhm.
literally, everything is already done. It's already
Mm-hmm.
ordained. What you're doing is working towards it. It's
Yeah.
That's literally how life works. What you want, what belongs to you, what's yours is already there. That vision, that business, that man, that goal, whether it's finishing school, whether it is starting that business, whether it is growing it,
Mm-hmm.
it's already there. You are literally just walking towards it. So you do the thing that gets you that much closer. And one of the things I try to do is every day I do one thing. Every day. Of course, I do multiple, but without a
Mm-hmm.
shadow of a doubt, I do the one thing, whether it's sending an email, whether it is joining a group chat, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
commenting on something, engaging with another person who is that I feel like is benefiting, could benefit me and other people.
Mm-hmm.
I do that thing. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm not going to be afraid, uh, because slow money don't grow. So
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? You have to absolutely try and do the thing. And I try to do that every day, every day. Just at least, one or two things, but it's worth it. We got to do that thing.
True. So, where can we purchase your spices and oils? How can listeners support you beyond just buying? What
Mhm.
What would you love for us as a community to do to help you?
Of course, they're sold online at tconlinebusiness.com. But one of the things that I would love is if people have my seasoning, and I've been getting this lately, is if you cook with them, send me the video. If
Mm.
you When you open your box, send me and post the video, tag me in it, like my post so that you know what I'm saying, engage with me.
Mm.
That is currency in 2025. It don't cost you nothing, but it is a form of currency. Engaging with people on social media, sharing their video, leaving a comment, letting me know, hey, I made this and my family loved it, or I like this thing. Give me feedback. I can't grow if I don't know. So if you say, oh, you know what, I tasted a little bit too much of this and that, you'd never know. That feedback goes a long way. And I am always open to receiving healthy feedback.
Mm.
I can't provide what is what I believe a good product if I don't know. So I'm always open to good feedback, a
Mm.
share, a like, a comment, a hey girl, yeah, that goes a long way.
So, what's next for foodies who love to read? Any collabs, drops, events we should be keeping an eye on?
Well, the collab y'all should be looking out for is the one me and Storm about to do, and her business partner. So that's clearly that's in the works. I don't know. Me and God gonna talk about it tonight. I am gonna be at in North Carolina in
Mm.
July at Alexandria House All Star Weekend. I'll be there. I'm going to be in Detroit in August
Mm.
at the ICU event. I'm going to be in my favorite event, child, Southern Hearts. Oh my gosh, I love Kimberly Brown. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. But then also, like, I really, 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 what my goal is, I want more curated, hands-on foodies who love to read experiences. I love to cook. I love to watch people make seasoning and blends. And I also want to teach people how to find their food inspiration inside of their books the way that I do. So being able to pair those two is something that I'm really passionate about and growing that. So doing more hands-on and intimate experiences is where I want to take it. Like I've really, really, really want to do a ton more of those. And I've noticed that people want that. The times that I've done it, they've been super successful and the feedback has been amazing. So definitely want to push that. And eventually I'm declaring it. Amen. I'm going to do hibachi style one where everybody's going to get a hibachi style grill. They're going to have their seasoning blends and we're going to make our dishes together as we talk about books. Baby, it's happening. I see it already.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I hope you know how they have the channel Revolt on YouTube where it's nothing but political or hip hop culture. I feel like it should be a book version of that where
Yes.
it's just book related content, pop culture and cooking and traveling and stuff like that.
I feel like we're about to start a Patreon. I feel like that's what's happening, and we're about to set up our channel because that's what I don't know if you
I
know.
mean, I will be going over to overseas for Storm and Friends to find black bookstores overseas in Japan, Scotland, and Italy in 2027. Thank you, Amazon. I will be doing that. So, and I'm taking 5 people with me, and the author will be also on our travels, so everybody gets to see the crazy shit that we doing.
I feel like are you? I asked you where you going to propose, and that's what just happened. Did y'all hear it? Did y'all hear what? Oh my God! I said yes. I accept. Did y'all? Is it me? Because remember, she just said. God, I can't believe it's really happening. Did y'all? Oh, I'm gonna cry. Yes. Hold on. Let me take this one off. Is it? Did it just? Storm,
Oh,
yes.
on that note, I need you to drop your socials where people can find support and connect with you in all things Foodies That Love to read.
Storm, thank you, honey, for entertaining me. I kid, I kid. I like to have fun.
Y'all be making my blood pressure rise up. But no, where can we find you so we can like make sure we support you wholeheartedly?
Foodies Who Love to Read is TikTok and Instagram. My website links are in the bios of the the pages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on YouTube. I'm trying to grow that, so feel free to like follow that. YouTube is like a monster child. What I'm trying to figure
Yeah,
that out.
let me
It's
tell
so
you.
much. But with me deciding to grow and I'm just gonna keep on step out on faith. I'm just gonna keep on doing that thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
And
you did.
you'll just find me popping up in different places, trying my best, to shoot my shot and build partnerships. I don't have the ones that, you know, I'm working towards, but I'm gonna get there.
Mm-hmm. 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 So I'm gonna do my outro and then we're gonna do the housekeeping because I must do housekeeping. So
Okay.
the outro goes as follows. Tracey, thank you for being here, for seasoning this episode with your creativity, being authentic, and your undeniable passion for Black stories and Black flavor. You've shown us that literary can live beyond the page, on the plate, in the kitchen, and in your spirit. To our listeners, let Tracey's journey remind you that your passions aren't separate lanes. They can intersect and become a whole new read. Follow her, support her, taste her world, and most importantly, stay curious because whether you're reading a good book or cooking up a dream, flavor matters. Until next time, this is Negro in Distress, Black Girl Book Talk, where we uplift voices, vibes, and visions that deserve center stage. Stay loved, stay loud, and stay Black on purpose.
Hmm.
Okay, now we got housekeeping. So